Welcome, Royal Family. You tuned into Healing Queens, the podcast, where the focus is motivation, support, and guidance for the growth of our queens and kings. I'm Emma E2K, your certified healing life coach. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yet another episode. We are sponsored by healingqueens.org, healingqueens.org, E2K Worldwide Services, LLC, and femcleaning.com. Florida Executive Maintenance. Thank you for the sponsors, and those that want to sponsor, please make sure to email us at healingqueens@gmail.com. That's healingqueens, queens with a Z, at gmail.com. Welcome, y'all. 87, episode 87. Consistency equals success. Consistency equals success, right? What am I saying about that? If you are consistent with something, you will be successful at it, right? So let's say I want to learn how to bake a cake. If I'm consistent, if I want to learn how to bake a cake, I'm going to, learn the ingredients. I'm going to follow the instructions of the ingredients. And if there's no instructions, I'm going to tailor make it the way that I think tastes good, right? I'm going to add a little more something, maybe less a little something. And then I'm going to go through the whole process and then taste it. I don't know. I really didn't like it. So I'm going to then try again. I'm going to be consistent with learning this recipe or making my own recipe. So then I know, yes, that's the taste that I was looking for. That would be then a successful cake because I consistently continue to practice on it, right? So that's like with anything in life. If you say you want to become a lawyer, right? So you want to be consistent in your education. You want to be consistent in learning the law, right? If you say you want to be a coach, then you have to make sure that you're certified to be a coach. You have to understand, so you can be a mental health advocate, right? Because a lot of coaches deal with mental health in whatever capacity of coaching you're doing. And then learn your industry, whatever you're coaching the person on, right? You got to learn that industry, the legal aspect of it, the emotional aspect of it, the financial aspect of it, right? So my point is, whatever you want to do in life, if you're not practicing it, if you're not educating yourself in it, if you're not every day tapping into that, then you're not going to be successful. To be successful, you have to be consistent, right? So shout out to all those people that are consistent, that every day they get up and they know they have to deposit in their industry. They have to deposit the time. They have to deposit financially. They have to deposit by doing workshops and getting more educated or whatever you need to do in order to be successful in that industry, right? You have a calling and God is asking you to pastor. Okay, God gave you the calling, but you still have to prepare and be consistent in that calling to be successful in it, right? So no matter what it is, you pick an industry, whatever industry that is, being a comedian, the clothing, fashion, music industry, whatever it is, once you know that this is something you want to do and you want to be successful at it, it's consistency, baby. There's no other way around it. There's no cheat code. It's plain and simple consistency. Remain consistent and you will be successful. I don't know, maybe in Spanish, si está constantemente haciendo la cosa, entonces vas a ser, right, successful. I don't even, right now I just blanked out on how to say successful in Spanish, but it's the point is, if you don't practice it, right? If you're not at it, if you're not in your word, right? Reading the Bible, you're not going to know scripture. You're not going to know how to prepare yourself to fight spiritual warfare, right? You're always going to be fighting with the physical. So you're consistent with that. and then you're successful when you need to draw, right, from the word and the scripture to be able to help somebody or to be able to help yourself. To That'll be a tool in your belt. So learning a bunch of tools to the belt of life, right? We have a belt of life and we pull and we draw from there whenever we want to be successful in anything. Being a parent, you get kids, you don't get kids with directions, right? These kids don't come with directions like, okay, if you do this, and at a certain age, if you do that, the kid is going to be this way or come out this way. No, that's not the way it works. So it's a on-job training. And you have to be consistent in order to be successful, to be able to help your child, pouring into your child, teaching them the things that they need to do. I mean, sometimes they get it, sometimes they don't, but you want to remain consistent in that, right? Giving them boundaries, showing them love and support, making them feel protected and wanted, letting them know that their voice matters, right? You don't want to shut them down every time they have an idea, even though sometimes they be a little cray cray, right? But you don't want to shut down their idea or their process to daydream, even though it may not be the dream that we dream, right? But allowing them the process, the creativeness, their minds to just create, however they create. Not everybody creates the same. So whatever it is, being a dad, being a mom, even an auntie, consistency, right? You want to be the greatest aunt. No, I'm the greatest aunt to my nieces and nephews. Why? Because I'm consistent in their life. I'm consistent in pouring into them and loving on them, and reminding them who they are, right? Um, so yeah, that's pretty much. This is just that reminder that if you want to be successful in life with anything that you want to do, be consistent. Do not stop trying. Do not stop learning. Do not stop doing. Do not stop practicing. Tap into all that's going to help you be successful. And it starts with consistency. Some days I don't want to get up and do things. Some days I wish I could just not do nothing and stay in bed. I don't have that privilege because I got to get things done, right? I want to be successful in certain areas of my life. So that means I have to get up when I don't want to. There's sometimes I don't want to do these podcasts, you know? Um, but I'm committed to having a successful podcast, not for me, right? But for those that tune in and need a word or need a reminder or need information or whatever it is that, people tap into Healing Queens podcast, get out of it, right? And I appreciate you. Thank you for liking, subscribing, sharing. We already passed the 400 subscriber mark on YouTube. We are trying to get to that 1,000. So if you're checking out this video and you are not subscribing because you click like and you leave comments, and that's beautiful. But can you subscribe? It just takes but the same amount of energy, that button. All right. We also have journals. You can support us that way. Go to Amazon and type in Healing Queens Journal. We have for women, we have for men. You can support us that way. Go to our website, healingqueens.org, and you can donate $5, $10. And we can be able to use that for our healing closet. Our healing closet needs a bigger storage space, right? So that helps us with that. We are doing Hit the Block. We're out there in the community doing community outreach and giving to the homeless, to people sleeping in their cars. With all the hurricanes and everything else that's been happening, a lot more people are displaced and need some assistance, need some things, right? So we have to stack up the healing closet to be able to help these families that we continuously do. So we can't do that without the generosity of the public. And this new administration is taking all the grants for the nonprofits, right? For the people that are really out there in the streets doing the work. So please support those organizations that are really out there doing the work. Not the ones that are just sitting back, kind of talking about it, but the ones that are really out there doing it. So $5, $10. Don't buy that coffee. Don't buy the pack of cigarettes. You know, I'm trying to avoid that you get cancer. And you're able to help other people. Donate. We appreciate it. We thank you. Stay amazing. Be the light when you walk in that room. Be powerful. Be productive. Be consistent. Be consistent. That equals to success. Until the next time, stay amazing. Stay consistent. And if you're having a bad day, don't share that with nobody. Just keep it to yourself. Okay? Peace.